Hi guys, I'm Roshan Nandurkar and you are watching my YouTube channel Java and Python Geek. If you still not subscribe our YouTube channel, so I request you to click on subscribe button and turn on the notification guys. So let's turn on the next question guys. So the next question in interview room, it may ask you how the exception comes in a code. How the exception comes in a code, okay? In the some previous question we discussed what is exception in Java, okay? So abnormal termination of a code is known as exception guys, okay? So we already discussed there. So the question may ask you how the exception comes in a code. So whenever uncertain or undemanded condition comes, whenever uncertain or undemanded condition comes in a program, okay, in a program, then exception comes guys, okay? So now we can have one example guys. Let's say we write a class my exception, okay, my exception. So now this class we write with exception, okay, but because of this class contains exception name, okay, so it means not that this class is exception class guys. To become this class as a exception class, this class must need to extend exception class guys, okay, must need to extend exception class, because for every exception class you can see guys, we have array index out of bounds exception class, array index out of bounds exception, the number format exception, or many more exception classes, or interrupted exception, or arithmetic exception, or file not found exception, okay, or SQL exception, or input mismatch exception guys, okay. So all these classes, okay, going to extends which class guys, okay, the super class of all those classes. So many more exception classes available in Java. So for all those classes, the super class is exception class guys, okay. So the super class of all exception class is exception class guys, okay. So hence to become exception class in Java, that class must need to extend that class, okay, any class must need to extend exception class guys, okay. So hence my exception class going to extend exception. So now, so we have to discuss here how the exception comes in a code. So now let's say we write PSVN and I would like to receive runtime input guys, okay. So now for that I will pass one message, okay, enter any number, okay. So now then after to receive number, okay, at a runtime, so I will use a scanner class guys, okay, scanner, and we will say system.in system.in system.in, and then okay, we will receive this scanner class object scanner s guys, okay. And now by using this s we can receive number integer n, and we will say s dot next int, okay, one integer number, okay, I am going to receive, okay. So now that number I am going to receive in n, okay. Now here we can have one condition, okay. So forcefully we want to generate an exception, or even you can print one message, okay, entered number is, okay, colon, we will say n. Now, okay, first of all we will run this program, okay. So we will say we will have one message, enter any number. Let's say we receive 10. Now you can see guys, enter number is 10. So you can do any calculation by using this n guys, okay. But okay, if I want to generate exception, okay, forcefully I want to generate one exception here. So now here I will write one condition, if n equals to 10, if n is equals to 10, so I would like to generate one exception here, and I would like to skip all those code, okay. I would like to skip all those code, okay. If the value of n is 10, if the value of 10, okay, so then control enter into if block, okay. So if block, okay. So if block, okay, will get executed. So now then after what I will do guys, I will create the object of my exception class objects. So now you can see we have created my exception class here, okay, my exception class here, okay. So for that class I am going to create one object, okay. So my exception class is exception class, okay. It is exception. We will say it is exception class object. Why we will say it is exception class object? Because my exception class going to extends to which class? Exception class. So now if the value of n is equals to 10, then I am going to create the object of my exception class. And that my exception class object, okay, that my exception class object, okay, I would like to throw from here, okay, okay, throw out of block, throw out of block, throw out of block, okay. So now which one is a block here? So this is a block here, okay. So main, okay, out of main block. So because of this throw, okay, I'm going to throw this object, okay, I'm going to throw this object somewhere, okay. So I'm not writing here a try and catch, I'm not writing here a try and catch. So now hence we will write, okay, throws keywords, okay, at method level I will use a throws keyword, and this throws keywords, okay, will throw my exception related objects, okay. I'm going to suggest to jvm, okay, this block, this method, okay, this method, okay, may throw my exception objects. So then that my exception object you have to throw out of this method, out of this method. It means this throws keywords, this throws keywords depend on this throw, okay. These are the two different keyword, guys. Throw is a different, this throws keyword totally depend on this throw, guys. This throws keyword totally depend on this throw, okay. Now you can see, we can run this now, okay, enter any number. Now I'm going to enter, I'm going to enter, okay, 10, guys. I'm going to enter 10, okay. Suppose I'm going to enter 12, okay. So there will be no exception because this condition will make false. But if I run this, okay, and if I enter 10, now you can see, guys, I'm getting in one exception, my exception, guys, my exception, okay, my exception. So now whenever this throw keyword will throw the object of this my exception, this throws keyword will throw this exception, guys, okay. And now whenever this object, okay, will get throw, so now at that time the get message method, get message, okay, get message method is coming from exception, guys. Get message method is coming from exception class. And now this get message method will get executed. So now we can we can print something, okay. We can say, okay, return, okay, return, okay, I, okay, if, okay, if value of n, okay, or you can say like this message, value of n, okay, must not be 10, okay, must not be 10, okay. This kind of message you can print, guys, okay. So now you can see along with my exception, okay, now you can see, guys, okay, my exception getting print, okay. And with that you can see, guys, value of n must not be 10, guys, because whenever exception will get print, okay. So now at that time the get a message method is coming from which class? Exception. So get a message method of respected exception class will get execute, guys, okay. So this get a message method, okay. So now if we don't override this, now you can see the get a message method of exception will get execute, okay. Okay, now you can see, guys, okay, we will get, okay, only simple output, only class name we are getting, okay. But if we override that get message method, so along with the class name, okay, we will get that output, okay, which is returning by which method? Get message method, guys, okay. So now in this way we can generate exception, guys. Forcefully we are generating exception, okay. So to handle this we have to use try catch finally keyword, guys. We have to use try catch and finally keyword, guys, okay. We want to suppose we after getting an exception we want to execute, okay, we would like to execute or we would like to continue this line of code, okay. So now or any line of code, so then we can use try catch and finally keyword, guys, okay. So to manage exception, Java provides try catch and finally throws, okay, like this keywords, guys, okay. So this is all about that we can generate, okay, or forcefully or manually we can generate exception. In this way exception comes in a code, guys. Got it, guys? Okay. So thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, so don't forget to click on like and share to your friends, guys, and keep learning, keep coding, and I will see you in the next one, guys. Until then, happy coding, guys. Thank you, guys.